Since this is Astro Dim here doing your 12 cards. Oop, 2018. I already shuffled the cards, so now I'm going to cut them in front of you guys so you know that it is real. Okay? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Okay. So, for like the first card, I'm going to pick up from the bottom, and then the next cards I'm going to pick from the top. Ten of Swords. Oh, Cancer risings. Magician. Five of Cups. I don't do reversals, by the way. Lovers. Five of Suits. Five of Wands, excuse me. Ten of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Star card. Seven of Pentacles. The Emperor. Queen of Cups, excuse me. And Queen of Swords. Okay. So, Cancer risings. The Ten of Swords. So, you've been feeling a lot this this Virgo season. September has been rough for you. You've been burdening a lot of like a lot of people have been just saying like really fucked up stuff to you, been hurting you. You've been probably stabbed in the back by some friends. You've just been not uplifted. Um, and all the digs and all the pain and all the fucked up stuff that people have been talking is really like, it's fun. It's just getting to you and it hurts. The thing is though, is this is a self-realization moment and you are actually at the end of the road. You're not going to be having to deal with this anymore, and you're phasing into the Ace of Swords now, okay? Where you have a new beginning with your way of thinking, how you communicate, and so you won't have to deal with these backstabbers anymore. You know what I mean? So it's about to be over. All your nightmares, all the pain you've been feeling, all the things that you've been imagining that's been terrible, it's about to be done. And you're about to move and phase out into another way of thinking, okay? Um, Ace of Pentacles, excuse me, why did I say Ace of Pentacles? That might mean something for y'all. You might have a new beginning with a job. I don't know why I said that. So that might be something for y'all, okay? Let me see. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out why I said Ace of Pentacles. It's really interesting. Anyways, the Magician card, right? You guys don't have a planet in your first house right now. But the thing is, though, is that you have like free space and free time to manifest whatever you want in your life. If you want to change your appearance, change a part of your personality, change your persona, change how people see you, your first impressions, whatever, you can actually change that. You are the manifester, and if you want to be, you can be the trickster too, to get whatever the fuck you want out of life, okay? So this energy is just saying that you can manifest anything that you want out of life, and people will believe you because it's in your first house. People are gonna, whatever you want to be, you can be, and people will believe you, and they'll treat you as such, which will bring you to where you actually want to be in life. So it's a true manifestation card, okay? Think it, believe it, and it'll come into fruition, okay? Um, Second house is the Five of Cups. You've lost an opportunity with money. Sorry, this like squirrel is wilding out. You lost an opportunity with money and it really hurt you. It could have been like a backstabbing situation, but it could have also been just a situation in which you lost a job, you lost a money making opportunity, um, and beyond it hurting your pockets, it's hurting you from within. You feel like you're not worthy enough, and you feel like it took a dig at your confidence. Um, the thing is, though, is that beep this card. There's a cup. There's four cups that are spilled, but there's one cup that you are spilling yourself, and that means that you are causing some of your pain. Not a lot of it, but a portion of it, 1/5 of it. And so, if you just turn that cup upside down, excuse me, right side up, you can fill that cup, and the rest of the cups will start filling too. Okay? So, you are the ruler of your destiny. Yes, there's energies around that, but you can control, free will is real. You can control some things with your destiny too. So, yes, you're feeling down right now, but now you have to cut out of that feeling and be like, all right, what can I do next to build myself up? You know? Excuse me for the background noise. I'm from the city. Okay, I live in the city. You got the Four of Wands for your third house. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is really bothering me. What I can say though, before I start with this, your second house has the North Node in it, North Node in Leo, and so whatever you are actually experiencing right now, this loss, is actually a part of your life path, and it's actually deterring you to be in a more self-expressive, fun, free living path that's actually going to tend to your talents and tend to the things that you actually want to do in life, so you can be fully self-expressive. You get what I'm saying? So try to see it that way. It's actually trying to turn you into the right path in life. Okay. Third house is the Four of Wands. Um, you know, Four of Wands is kind of intent, looking out to make sure that you are in your most comfortable, so you can be the most creative person you can be, honestly. Um, so you can kind of take authority within your creativity and build something that you want, like that's positive. Okay. Um, you're just kind of just taking this. I'm sorry, this beeping sound is really bothering me. I don't understand why no one has checked their car yet. Um, anyway, I'm so sorry, Cancer Risings. This might be a clue to how your month is looking, honestly. Finally. Okay. So, with the Four of Wands, though, you're trying to nest in, and you're trying to be the most comfortable so you can be the most self-expressive. And so, with it being the third house, this is your communication and your thought process. And so you're just trying to, which makes sense with this too. What you're trying to do is creatively try to see where you are the most comfortable so you can communicate and be self-expressive when appropriate. Um, you're trying to be the most self-expressive, honestly. Um, yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And the creativity really shows here. Beyond the wands, there's a flower here. So you're not just nesting. You're trying to be fun and creative with it. Creative with how you communicate, creative with how you think. And you're trying to be comfortable with that, like kind of unique, different creativity. Maybe if you've been in a situation where you did not use your creativity as often, and now you're using it, it feels awkward, but you'll get used to it, okay? Virgo's in here. So your communication is very, very important to you. Now that I think that Virgo's in your third house, the Sun and Mercury's in here too. So this is like a really important part of your life. It's what you're thinking about. It's what you're talking about is your communication. But the thing is, too, is that Virgo is all about, oh my God, Cancer risers, you probably are going through this annoyance. Because for that to pop up twice, that's kind of weird. Anywho, since Virgo is in your third house, too, your Virgos are very particular, very organized, and very routine, and they think before they act. This is trying to make you feel comfortable with being freely self-expressive, but you're being a Virgo with it by like, all right, let me think of a way where I can be self-expressive but not play myself. Or I can think a certain way but not play myself. You know what I mean? So you're organizing your creativity when, but you're trying to also be more free within that too. It's really interesting. I'd love to hear what Cancer risers have to say about that. Let me know if you resonate with it. Um, your fourth house is the Lover's card. Okay, so if you do have a lover, um, you're staying at home. You're being comfortable. You probably introducing them to your family. You are just really being alone with them and really letting them understand your private life and your deep emotions. So you're kind of taking the relationship to the next level, really letting them get to know you. What you're also doing too is that you might be tending to a Gemini energy person within your home, within your family life. That could be another thing as well, since the Lover's card represents Gemini. Um, and if you're single, you might meet somebody, rather romantic or platonic, within your community, within your home, within a home setting. Not really within your community. I mean, like your tight neighborhood, but you'll meet someone within your within a home setting. All right. So if there's any house parties or any places that's really homey and cozy, just go out there and you might meet somebody that's quite interesting. Um, Scorpio is no, not Scorpio. Excuse me. Libra is y'all's fourth house, which is the house of relationships, and then you have the Lover's card here. So the Sun and Mercury is going to move there at the later part of the month, and so your focus and your thoughts and your communication is going to be focused on lovers, on your love life, on your relationships, whether romantic or platonic. So if you're trying to find that like love life, that spark of your love life, definitely, go in a cozy, homey type setting. You'll be able to find it. Venus is in here, so it definitely promotes love even deeper, which is beautiful. This is before it goes retrograde too, y'all. So definitely take advantage of it September, late September. But also Jupiter's in here, which expands that whole deep, transformative, binded type of love. You get what I'm saying? Um, you also will be quite private when it comes to your own ideas and philosophies of relationships, of type bonds, of emotional bond, and intimacy in general. Um, and yeah, you're just going to be in a very romantic, lovey type of mood in general, whether you're romantic, whether you're single or taken. But the taken folks, they're going to really enjoy it and have a lot of fun. Wink, wink. So good for y'all, right? But unfortunately, your fifth house is wilding. You're fighting for your creative thoughts, which, you finally was able to express your creative thoughts. You're like working on organizing, expressing your creative thoughts, and you really want to kind of manifest on organizing and kind of settling your routines and shit. But you are in the mood to, you know, not in a mood, excuse me. You are, you're just you just feel like you're in a situation where you have to fight for your creativity at the end of the day. That's what it is. Fight for your talents, fight for your self-expression. People may be trying to control you and you're like, no. You know what I mean? um, Five of Wands shows physical fights too, so you just be careful when you're like out having fun and enjoying life, because some weird energy might be around, and they try to fuck up your mood. Don't succumb to that shit. You know what I mean? Just enjoy your life. This is fifth house is the house of children. So if you have kids, you might be fighting with your children, or you might have fighting children. And fifth house also is the house of dating. So if you're just like dating someone, not in a serious relationship, you might be in a situation in which you know you are you're fighting, you're quarreling with the person that you're talking to. Um, Ten of Wands to the sixth house. Speaking of that, if that person that you're fighting is a part of your everyday life, you're just tired of it. And but the thing is it's lovely. This energy is gonna pass. You are actually at the very end of that type of energy, that fighting, annoying, pushy type of energy. You're at the very end. Um, and it's going to, with the tens of cards, like the 10 is going to eventually turn into the ace, so you're going to eventually be able to move out of that working tired energy, and you're going to push over to a more positive new beginning. You know what I mean? um, Nothing's in Sag, but here Capricorn, and this is Capricorn for you, your sixth house. No, it's not, excuse me. This is, actually, I did this wrong. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay? Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag. Sorry, Sag for you. All right. So nothing's in Sagittarius, so you're good here. Um, but one thing I do want to say, though, is that, the sixth house is your house of your everyday life. And your routine and your task and stuff. And so you may feel like you have just so much responsibility and you just are ready to drop it. And you can't even focus on your creative task. Just know, okay, your load's going to be lifted. All that heavy work that you've been doing at your job, at your home, all the everyday tasks that is just building up, you are actually thinking of ways to fix it. Especially because Sag is in your sixth house, you're always thinking of ways to lessen your burden. You know what I mean? You're thinking of ways to make the load less for you, and it's going to switch to the Ace of Wands soon. Okay, just keep going at it, and it's gonna be done soon. All right. Um, Four of Pentacles for the seventh house. The Four of Pentacles always cracks me up because it's just like so greedy. It's a little pig here. But you may be wanting to only spend time with your lover by yourself. You don't want to share them. And this is very a loved-based month for you, especially with the lovers in the fourth. You're really getting to know them, right? And you don't want to share time with anybody with them. Like you just want it to be you and them, getting to know them, really getting to know every part of them. Wink, wink, wink. And you just want to hold them tight and kind of focus on you. If this is not about romance, if it's more like a business or platonic thing, you want to hold on to your money, and you want to hold on to the relationship you have with that person for the practical reasons. Uh, that it's more practical to keep them than to lose them. uh, they always say that it's cheaper to keep her, that whole thing with like divorce and shit. So you might be having that type of thought romantically or platonically or business wise, okay? So that's definitely something there. But you have, Saturn here, which Saturn in the Four of Pentacles make a lot of sense because Saturn is very restrictive. So you're being very restrictive when it comes to this relationship. You want to just hold on to what you got. But the thing is, though, is that that's restriction is what happens with Saturn if you don't listen to Saturn. Saturn's trying to teach you a lesson through that restriction. It's trying to help you break out of it and take your authority. Okay, so you need to take your authority within whatever your relationship you're in and stand your ground and stand up to it. Okay, it's really really important lesson for Cancer risings. Also, Pluto is here as well. and Pluto is retrograde. So Pluto represents intimate relationships, intimate bonding, but it also represents empowerment, which is very connected to taking your authority. It's retrograde, so all that empowerment, all that sense of authority is buried deep inside of you. And so you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, and so what you're doing is like, okay, I'll just hold on to what I have because I everything else is just slowly slipping away. But it doesn't have to slip away. If you take your authority, be empowered, and stand up for yourself, you're not going to have to deal with that. Okay, um, you're not going to naturally be able to do that until Pluto is direct. But um, you definitely felt a sense of authority once Saturn got direct, and you can still honestly take be empowered still and use your empowerment on an external level if you wanted to, but it won't naturally happen until we free want to be empowered, we can be empowered. It's going to be a little fight, but with Pluto being retrograde, all it's trying to do is make you reflect on how you are disempowered, how you can be empowered, how shared work is important, how intimacy and intimate relationships are important. It's more than it wants you to reflect on it, but you can always still take your power back. You know what I mean? So, you don't have to hold on to whatever that's close to you. You can let it go, but the thing is, though, like you can have the things around you still if you stand up for yourself, take your authority and be empowered. And people are gonna want to gravitate towards you because you have so much power within yourself. Star card for if you're being blessed. So whatever like going through with relationships, that's an intimate like twin flaming like transformative relationships, you're being blessed. Even if you're not in one right now, um, you know, excuse me, my allergies are wilding. Your guides and your angels and your higher self and God is trying to set you up so you can be blessed in a relationship, an intimate relationship. Also, with the eighth house represents shared worth, shared money. Okay, so you are being blessed through an inheritance, through the lottery. Now, when I say the lottery, I'm not saying like sell everything and use all the money in your bank account to win the lottery. Please don't do that. You have to not do it with such frantic feelings. You have to relax and just put a dollar there, put a dollar there, but don't put all your money into it. Please don't do that, guys, okay? But you are getting blessed financially, but it's kind of like money that's not yours and now it's yours. I don't know. So if you had a loan that you've been wanting, it's going to come to you. If you have an inheritance or class action suit or something like that, it's going to come to you. But you have to relax, okay? You have to expect it. But don't just like put all this energy and put all your money into it. You know what I mean? Just let it come to you. Be relaxed with it, okay? But this is blessings for intimate relationships, some emotionally binding relationships, and blessings with like shared money, okay? Um, Aquarius is here. It's funny because the star card is the Aquarius. I think it's the Aquarius card, ain't it? Um, and so it's the Aquarius card because the angel is giving blessings to society, and everyone knows that Aquarius is known as the humanitarian. With Mars being here, I see that you are being extremely driven and extremely motivated to get an intimate relationship or to get that shared money, shared worth. And remember how I just said that you need to not put all this excessive, crazy energy into whatever you're doing. Just let things come to you. So instead of like continuously thinking, how can I get this? How can I get this? How can I get this? Um, Use that power to manifest instead. Because the thing is with Mars and Aquarius, they're being driven and motivated through their thoughts, but they're not necessarily taking action. But with instead of like thinking about like all the different ways on like I need to get it, I need to get it, I need to get it, just be like, I have it. It's coming to me. You don't have to worry. And you have to really feel like you don't have to worry. You know what I mean? Manifest in power, especially with the Magician card as your first card. Like, you can manifest some bomb ass shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Pisces, ninth house, Seven of Pentacles. And so with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you are getting to the beginning. Not even a beginning, but you're kind of getting to a situation where you're going step by step and learning like the details and the procedures of a certain belief, philosophy, religion, or you might even be using like step by step ideas on like how to understand a certain culture or even move to a different country or something similar, or even learn a language. You know what I mean? Something that's definitely different and foreign from you. Um, and what's dope is like, you know, um, you actually see the end goal, which is the flower, right? And you kind of see the flower. You see in this card that it's like the steps of the flower. Um, First it's small, then it gets big, then the flower blooms. You know what I mean? So you like this, whatever belief or philosophy or whatever your goal is, like you see the end goal of it. Um, and that has a lot of, you can't see what the product's going to be, but you actually see it. So that's really nice. But beyond that though, like you might, the philosophies or beliefs or whatever that you're focused on might be leading you to money, and you're trying to like go through this procedure just to kind of get more money or get more tangible or practical things, which is nice. But you know, Pisces is in here, is your ninth house, and Neptune retrograde is here. So with Neptune retrograde, well, we got to fine tune our intuition um, to strengthen it. And so if you want to kind of understand this philosophy, belief, or understand how to move to a different country or a different part of the country, or to understand a culture more, try to strengthen your intuition, connect with your guide, God, and see what they have to tell you, see where they lead you, and then go from there, you know? Because that's the thing about the life, like we have to balance both earthly realms and spiritual realm stuff. And I feel like this is what this card is trying to tell you, to try to be able to balance it so you can get, so your life can become a little bit more easier. Okay. um, Emperor card for the 10th house, as bomb. I see you getting into a great leadership position, maybe a promotion, maybe you're a leader of a certain project or something like that. But regardless, you just have this reputation and a status of being a leader, being someone to look up to, um, and just being authoritative, being very authoritative. Just be careful with that responsibility. Because you know sometimes you can, the emperor can be a little bit too aggressive, so just be very, very careful for that. Okay. Was and Aries is your 10th house. So that's wild. So you're really embodying your Aries 10th house for sure, which is interesting. Very, very dope. um, the Queen of Cups is here, and with the Queen of Cups being in the second house, you know, you are kind of being just chilled and relaxed when it comes to your friends. You're letting them come and go. You're letting situations and opportunities come and go, and you kind of just chill. Like if the opportunity comes and you're interested in it, you'll take it. If you're not interested in it, yeah, I mean, like I feel like you're just being really chill. And just you're letting go, you're surrendering to your emotions, you're surrendering to the energies of the universe. Your friends might feel weird about it, your friends might feel good about it, you don't give a fuck, you're just chill, you're just letting it go, letting things go and letting things flow. um, Uranus isn't here, and honestly that's the best way to handle Uranus, because Uranus has, you know, random things just popping and happening to you. So you randomly may have a friend pop up in your life, and you maybe have a friend randomly leave your life. For you to just be chill and let your emotions flow and go, that's actually great. So, um, yeah, you actually have a positive attitude towards this. It's lovely. Queen of Swords for the 12th house is interesting. You're really taking your authority within spirituality. You're like standing your ground, taking your authority, but you're being a little bit stern and kind of an ass too. So be very, very careful with that. Um, Gemini is your 12th house. And so, you know how Geminis, they think they're like, they're totally will be into something and they change their mind because they got some more information or communicated with someone who kind of switched their mind up a little bit. And so be careful how you speak because uh, if you being like kind of stern and little cold with people, you might change your mind and you might actually need a relationship to work out, and because you were just so stern and ridiculous with them, you might not want them to work with you anymore. This could be people, this could be spiritual entities, it could be whatever. So just be careful, okay? Be very, very careful. Um, but yeah, with all that being said, I feel that with this card, having 10 of cards as the overall energy, that something happened to you which kind of put a dent to your self-confidence. You feel like you're not as worthy. The thing is, please don't ever feel that you are awesome. And I understand that Cancer risings are a water sign and you're into your emotions, which is lovely. You can feel free to feel whatever you feel, but just realize that you are important. Don't stick on sad. Don't be stuck on sad. Okay? You may be having to fight for certain things. You may be just tired of working so hard. But look at all these awesome opportunities that you have within this reading. We have the Star card. The Star card's amazing. You have the Emperor card. You're really standing up for yourself. You have the Lovers, and you can really, understand beyond just being with your lover, but you can understand your lover and understand just relationships in general. So you have, and you, most of all, Magician card. You can manifest whatever you want out of your life. You have to not think like this. You have to think more positively to get the positive things to happen in your life, okay? All right, Cancer risings. I love y'all so much. I wish you the best. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, care, and all that good stuff. I'm going to do the extended version of this reading. Not right now, though. I'm going to actually have to do it at a later time because I'm going to a Red Sox game. I'm from my dad and my sister. We're having a daughter-dad date. And but I'm going to do the extended read, and you can watch the extended reading on my Patreon, patreon.com/astrodim. $10 a month, you can see all of the extended readings plus new moon and full moon videos that I do, okay? And also, I have my podcast, my Bed and Astrology. Season 2 has started, and episode 1 is out there. Episode 2 is going to be out there this weekend, okay? All right, guys, I wish you the best September, and I love you very much. Peace.